So my puzzle rating is 1701, and today we're playing as right now we're playing as the white pieces. We have 2 rooks, a knight, and a bishop, and our opponent has a queen, a rook, a knight, and a bishop. So we have an interesting situation here. Our bishop is defending our rook, but then our... Let's see. He can't quite yet deliver checkmate to us, it looks like. So maybe we can do a pre-move. A move that's not forcing. Maybe we can afford to do one move that's not forcing, possibly. Might just end up taking the knights. I'm gonna have to think about this one for a minute. Because, let's say we just do the forcing move and take his pawn on g7. His king would be forced to take. We just don't have enough attackers. Because... at that point, you know, we could put him in check, but then he just takes the rook. I'm not even sure if we want to do checkmate. We're probably in a checkmate position here. Okay, so let's put him in check with the bishop. The only thing he can do... Well, he can do 2 things. He can... Oh, he can't. I'm an idiot. That's dark square, that's light square. I don't know what I was thinking. What if we took this? Because that's checkmate next turn. Yeah, we take that, and then, okay. That's kind of what I was thinking, like, okay, if he takes, I can take. He's got nothing defending it, so why would he do that? Huh. Surprised it went that well. Black to move. We have 2 rooks, a queen, and a bishop. Our opponent has a queen, 2 rooks, a bishop, and a knight. This is most likely a checkmating position. Not necessarily, because his king has e2. He can go to. So we have to think about this. Could sacrifice the queen. King comes out. I don't see anything good there. Oh, okay, he's got a knight here, so that prevents queen c4. We can win a rook, it looks like. So if we go sacrifice the queen on d1, his queen has to take, and then we take his queen with the rook. At that point, he has to go here. We could win a rook. Ah, that wasn't the idea. Nor was that. We wouldn't really win a rook because his knight is looking at our rook on a1, so we would get a rook and then he would trade. It would be a trade. Oh, and then we would get checkmated, so yeah, that would be a terrible idea. Shame on me for not seeing all that. And why didn't I see this? I saw this. But why didn't I see this? Which turns out to be the proper move. So now it's checkmate. We pushed the king back. I didn't see that. That's my fault. I don't know why I didn't see that. So close. I had the right idea early on. Alright, white to move. We have a queen and a rook. Our opponent has a queen, 2 rooks, and 2 knights. And looks like we're in a rough position. We could get checked, but it doesn't look like we could get checkmated very easily. The knight's blocking d5. c5. c5 just allows him to escape to e6. We can push a pawn, and that looks like it'll be checkmate. Yep. All right, white to move. We have a queen, a rook, and a bishop. Our opponent has a queen, rook, 2 bishops. Interesting setup here. This is a really different looking puzzle to me. I'm not used to seeing puzzles like this. This one just looks different. Queen is preventing bishop d5. We might have to do something with our pawns here because that gets pretty dangerous pretty quickly. I'm not seeing much attack on our side with these 2 pieces here. Besides that check right there, that's a pretty good check. So bishop h5 checks the king. The only thing he can do, well, he can defend actually. But if he were to defend this way, we would actually pull the queen out. So either way, he'd be going to f8. Is that right? And then I almost see something where like we sacrifice the queen and then king takes and then we pull out the rook, but I just don't see that working. The rook will be even weaker than the queen was in that same position. I do like that check though. This is a difficult position to be in. Bishop h5. King would have to go up to f8. All the other pieces are stopping the queen from going because they'll take. King would stop the queen here and here. So the queen just can't really go anywhere. So I'm feeling like a pawn move might be the best move. Just to stop him from taking, maybe open up this for our rook. Ah, it's not the right idea. What about this check? The check was the right idea. It's just, what do we do from here? What could possibly be the right move? Oh. Right, double them up. I mean, I thought about the rook coming out, but I didn't think about setting it up early. That's where I have to, this reinforces my idea that I mean the idea that I have to plan more. I have to come up with, I have to like come up with plans. Like, okay, if we were to put him in check and he goes up here, we're so close to checkmate, we just need to get this rook out to back up the queen, and then the queen can go here and he's checkmated. Can he stop that? And it's like, if he tried, you know, he wouldn't be able to. If he went up here to block, I mean, yeah, we got to look at that stuff. Yep, because next turn, no matter what he does, we can't do anything with the king. So next turn, no matter what he does, it's checkmate. Okay, black to move. We have 2 rooks. Our opponent has a queen and 2 rooks. Yeah, so I think this will be an easy checkmate. Rook to b1, and then his rook comes into defense on f1. We take it, and that's checkmate because he can't go here because of our pawn. I think what's happening, queen comes into defense too. Queen wanted to jump in on the party. The puzzles are getting easier in a sense because I'm lowering my rating. I lost that last one, so I was definitely below 1700 at that point, right? All right, we're black to play. We have a queen and 2 rooks again, and our opponent has a queen and a rook. So this would be a bad trade because his queen would take, and then we would go here, he would take, we would go here, and then, yeah, that would actually be fine, but his king would have an escape route. Can we find checkmate besides that? We have to be careful because next turn is checkmate for us. Well, no, not necessarily, because he's got this. So this is a hard one to decide on. Maybe we just do those trades and we end up with a rook. I think we would end up winning with that endgame, but is there a better move? That's my question. Yeah, no, that's super problematic. I feel like the best thing that I'm seeing, and I'll take a deeper dive here in a second with calculations, but I'm seeing queen takes rook on f1. His queen takes. Our rook just sacrifices, pinning his queen, so he'd probably want to take it, and then we just take his rook. So, or do we take his queen with our rook, and then we have a rook? And then he's got to, you know, push for stuff, and we've got to promote this pawn and eat all his other pawns. So, if that's not the idea, what could be the idea? We also have to be careful because he can just do some, he can just take our rook with his queen. So, can't think of it going here. He just, I mean, that's even worse. So I think we do this. I don't see anything else. Yeah, it looks like that was the idea. Very good. I was just worried there'd be something better. We have a queen, a rook, and a bishop, and our opponent has queen, rook, and a knight. We're black to play. So this is a forcing move we have. Queen A2. Hmm. He has a lot of places to go after that. We are about to get... We have to do a forcing move because we're about to get checkmated. So the only forcing move we can do would be Queen A2, Queen B2. We could sacrifice our queen on C1. Maybe B2 is the better option. Now I think Queen C B2, and then you know, at this point, I think whether he goes King E1 or King any one of these, I think he'd be stuck after E2, Queen E2, because we have this and this is blocked off. So I think it's Queen B2 and then Queen E2. Yep. White to move, we have a rook and 2 bishops. Our opponent has a queen and 2 rooks. Much stronger than us, but our pieces are working well together. So first thing I'm seeing, well, I'm seeing this. I'm also seeing this, which leads to a discovered check once we move it. So let's look at the bishop h6. That looks like just checkmate. King can't go anywhere. Bishop h6, checkmate. Very nice. White to move. We have a queen, 2 rooks, and a bishop. Our opponent has a queen, 2 rooks, and a bishop as well. So, yeah, this looks like a simple one. We have queen b8, check. And then he takes with a rook. We take with a rook. He defends with a rook. We take with our rook. I don't think he can do anything else. Those are all forcing moves. It's pretty straightforward. It's a brilliant sacrifice. Checkmate. Black to move. We have a queen and a bishop. Our opponent has also a queen and a bishop. I'm seeing checkmate right here already. Except our opponent can block with his bishop. That's a big problem, because if we take the bishop, then he takes our queen. So that's no good. Well, what if we... No. He blocks with the bishop. Yeah. Then we can go queen d3. And then all he has is this right here. I'm not seeing it there either. Queen d1, bishop e1, queen d3. King has to go to g1. At that point, queen could go f1, but then his queen just takes it. A little zigzag going on here, but it doesn't work. No, we could do something like... No, setting up, because then he just eats our queen. That wouldn't work. Could just take his queen, but I don't see the purpose in that. He has more pawns. Well, I think he would own that end game. He would win that if we just did a simple queen trade. What am I not seeing here? Queen d1 seems to be the answer. Maybe it's so we can get in. That's probably it. Let's try it. I think now we need to get onto f3. Darn it! I thought about this. Oh no. Okay, that's not it. It's a good thing. Let's see. What should we do? Definitely don't sacrifice. So that was the right idea. Why would he do that? Why wouldn't he just go here? I don't see why he wouldn't just go there. Because I thought of that line. I thought, you know, we go here and then, or we go here and then I just thought, well, he just goes there. So what's the purpose of that? Why would he? Of course. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I meant to do that, and even that didn't work. Wow, this is a hard puzzle. So yeah, we win a queen, but I want to understand. All right. Hold on, let's do this line again so we can see what to do. Sacrifice the bishop. That's cool. It's a cool puzzle, but why? Let's see. So we go here. He goes here. We go here. Why would he go here? I need my analysis to be better. I need to be able to see, like, what if he goes here? It says King G1 is best. We don't have a position here, do we? What's the best move from here? How can I use suggestion arrow? Okay, there we go. That helps me a lot. So oh, that's still checkmate. So that's kind of what we were thinking before. Oh, so we have like a perpetual check kind of thing going on. What? Why would it have me put my king down if we could just do the... Oh, we're in check. Either way, we win the either way, we win the queen. Okay, well that was a loss. That was hard. I don't understand that one. White to move. Yeah, if you guys understand fully like why that worked, please let me know because I'd love to learn from that puzzle. There's not many I don't learn from. White to move. We have a queen, 2 rooks, and a knight. Our opponent has queen, 2 rooks, 2 knights, and a bishop. Right away, I'm seeing queen takes a7. His king is forced to c8 because the bishop, the knight is blocking. This is a tough position. Doesn't help that I have a killer headache right now. I mean, I do see something here, but then I don't because of the queen and the knight and the rook. Everything's defending. And the bishop, it's just too much. I feel like putting the queen on a7 just looks the best. I don't just feel like it. It logically, at this point, seems the best to me. Just not seeing anything great. All these pieces attack the knight. Or anything that goes to d6. Yeah, and I'm thinking I could go, you know, queen a8 after this, and then the king is forced to d7. Hold on. Yeah, this might actually work. So, queen a7, king c8, and then queen a8, queen d7, and then queen b7. King is trapped. Nothing can take my queen, and the king can, this rook on the e file has it covered. I think that's the idea. Nice. We found checkmate. Black to move. We have a queen, a rook, and a knight. Our opponent has a queen, a rook, a knight, and two bishops. Immediately, I'm seeing queen g2. That's pretty problematic. This, however, looks really good because it forks his king and his queen, and he can't just take with the pawn because he has a discovered check. But he's got this knight here. That's kind of stopping that, right? It may be worth still trying to push our pawn, because we can deliver a check with the pawn as well, right? Unless he moves his queen by that point. So let's see. We have knight to e3, knight takes on e3, and then his knight takes, and then no, yeah, we don't have anything there because we can't take his knight safely. Our pawn's in the way. I just realized we could take his queen for a queen trade as well. Doesn't seem like the best option. What about queen h3? Gives his king a lot of options. How about we attack his queen with our knight? It's a terrible idea because then he just wins our queen. It'd still be fair trade. All right, let's look at queen h8, h1. Well, it can't go there, so his king would have to go to e2, right? Can we put him in check again with the knight at that point? Doesn't look like it. What if we took his queen and then he took back with the king? We'd be able to do this, but our knight's not defended by... If he just took with the rook instead of the king, then his king would be able to take our knight. That's a problem. I do love the idea of this little pin here. This knight is the big problem. This knight is the fork in my plan. I guess this is a pretty good looking move right here. But then once bishop goes back, the rook is useless. Right? This is a hard one. I'm not seeing this one. Is it possible I can fork the rook and the king? I don't think so. Because he can take with the pawn. Oh, what about this? This is an idea. Knight h2. He has to deal with it. He could go there, though. What if we go there? Check with knight h2 is an idea, but it doesn't look like the greatest idea. If he goes here, of course, we can... well, no, it's still a trade, so there's nothing, and then he wins. So there's nothing good there. What if we sacrifice the queen? Oh, yeah, his king can't take. His king just can't take. It's checkmate. My goodness. Why was that so difficult? Such a simple thing. That's dumbfounding. That's such a simple checkmate. But you know what? That shows how much we look for complicated things. We think it's supposed to be difficult, and look how easy that was. Wow.